Hi there, it's Wendy Hernandez with Command the Courtroom. In this week's video, I want to talk with you about the evidence that you choose to use at your trial. So I've said it more than once in some of my past videos that if there's any evidence that you think that you might possibly want to use at trial, that you disclose it in advance and in accordance with the laws of your jurisdiction. That way, if you decide you want to use certain pieces of evidence, you actually have the option to use it. And you don't have to use all of the evidence that you disclose. But when you're getting ready for trial and you're deciding what evidence that you're going to actually try to admit, I want to encourage you to be really careful about the evidence that you pick. Be careful that the evidence actually shows what you want it to show. I want to give you an example from a trial that I just had last week. So in this particular case, I was representing the father, and mother took him back to court. She was wanting to reduce his parenting time from almost equal to every other weekend. Mother submitted a whole bunch of calendars which she said evidenced the fact that father wasn't exercising the time that he had. And in response to that, my client and his mother put together their own calendars and their own documentation showing that he had exercised time with the child. And this documentation actually included text messages between the mother of the child and my client, and between the mother of the child and my client's mother. Now, the little girl had spent a lot of time with my client's mother, the paternal grandmother, because both dad and mom after the divorce were trying to get on her feet, but mother was not admitting this. So we disclosed this evidence, and I was planning to admit it at trial, but mother, because she was the petitioning party, put her case on first. And much to my surprise, she actually admitted the evidence that we had disclosed to her, which showed my client's documentation contradicting hers, and which showed text messages between the mother and my client, as well as the mother and the paternal grandmother. I wasn't really sure why mother and her attorney chose to admit this evidence, but I was kind of happy because I didn't have to lay the foundation and use my time admitting it. So the judge came back with a really quick ruling on this particular case, and he pretty much hammered mother. He told mother, you're not getting what you want. And the evidence shows that basically, there's been a real lack of parenting in this case by both parents. The little girl had spent a lot of time with the paternal grandmother, and this was evidenced by the exhibit that mother admitted, which was actually the exhibit or the evidence that we disclosed in advance. And the exhibit consisted of all of those text messages and calendars. The judge spent 3 to 4 pages quoting from various text message exchanges between mother and paternal grandmother about the little girl's first day of school and the fact that mother wasn't present for that, about the little girl's 5th birthday party and the fact that the mother wasn't present for that, and lots of other things that mother wasn't present for. So what it looked like to the judge was that mother was really the teapot calling the kettle black. Mother was the one who was saying, Dad, your time should be reduced because you're not spending time with our daughter. In fact, the evidence admitted by mother herself showed that she was guilty of exactly what she was accusing my client of doing. So her petition was denied. My client is thrilled that his time hasn't been reduced with his daughter, and mother's plan, whatever it was, backfired on her. So I let that be a lesson to me, and I hope that you let it be a lesson to you that when selecting your evidence, be sure that it actually shows what you want it to show and not something else. So that's going to do it for this week's Command the Courtroom video. If you like us, be sure and give us a thumbs up on Facebook, subscribe on Facebook, subscribe to the Command the Courtroom channel on YouTube. Be sure and go to commandthecourtroom.com for free goodies. You can get to commandthecourtroom.com by clicking on the link below. Until next week, keep on trucking, and remember to command the courtroom.